Hello, and this is my CS50 Harvard Wiki project. So, in the first requirement is if I put /wiki/title on my localhost pin, it should give me the where title is the encyclopedia entry. It should give me the data of that entry. And if I enter an entry that is not valid, it should give me an error. It comes up like this. If I say right here /wiki/title, which is not an actual entry, it'll give up there's no entry. Now if I look up CSS, which is an actual entry, and I enter it brings me up CSS. So the next requirement is I show up an index file that instead of just showing the names of the files, also gives me the links of the files. And that I showed up like this. You can see CSS right here, takes me to the CSS one, Django to the Django, and Git to the Git. So the next requirement is search. So in this requirement, if I enter something into the search box and it does match an encyclopedia entry, I want it to directly put me on that entry. If it does not match it, I want it to give me an error. If it kind of matches it, like if it says pi in Python, I want it to give me a search result of that. So it comes up like this. Let's say I look up Z, which isn't a letter in any of them. It gives me there is no matching entries. Now if I look up pi, it gives me Python. If I look up page, it brings up HTML and Python. If I look up Python now, it takes me directly to Python. So the next requirement is new page. So this is when if I create a new page and the title is already an existing title, like CSS. If I type in CSS, I want it to give me an error. But if I type in something like test, which isn't any of the entries titles, I want it to display it and also give me the content with it. So it comes up like this. Now let's say I create a page. Let's say I do CSS, which is an actual file. I say something. It'll give me an error saying this entry already exists. Click here to go back to creating an entry, or click here to go back home. If I go here, I can create one. So let's say I create test, test 1, test 2, and let's enter and publish. And it comes up like this. And if I go back home, you can see right here, test 1, test 2, in there. So now if I were to go back and let's see the next one. The next one is editing. If I were to go here and I click test and I click edit, I want to be able to edit it like this. So it gives me the thing with all the data of content and I can edit it like this. Let's say edit and I want to change this to 2. I publish. It comes up like this. You can see test 2 and edit. So now the next one is if I click random page on the sidebar, I want it to take me to a random page. So if I do this, random page, random page, random page, random page, it takes me to the random pages. Like this, and it also goes to the user created entries. The next one is the Markdown to HTML conversion. So in this one, the way I can show this is if I go here and let's say I edit this and I paste right here. I publish. That command right there is an MD command that's very widely used. It's a linked one. So now if I click this, it takes me to here. And thank you. And that's my CS50 Harvard Wiki project. Thank you.